Okay, welcome Bima Rizal. Tonight it is supposed to be the last meeting, so I hope that you guys really do enjoy the meeting. Okay, but as usual, there will be also a simulation test which will be held on tomorrow, Saturday. Also, the scholarship talk and speaking simulation test which will be held on Sunday, the 13th of March 2022. Okay, so if it is okay, then please arrange your schedule to attend the meeting. I mean, the simulation as well as scholarship mentoring. So in the scholarship mentoring, you will be given such information related to scholarship, right? Because there are a whole bunch of scholarships abroad, so you will get a chance and have a general pictures of at least the snapshot of those kind of scholarships. Okay, I think Vincent, welcome. How are you? Okay, because it's already three of you, so I think we don't have to waste our time. So let's just go directly to IELTS writing task 2 tonight. So this is the materials. Let me first of all share the screen with you. Okay, so this is the practice in the previous meeting, but this is related to IELTS task 1. So tonight we'll go over as academic writing task 2. And let us now delve further into the details of it. Okay, so unlike IELTS writing task 1, task 2, it is opinion based, meaning in this kind of task, you are supposed to use your opinion, argument, your standpoint, your position regarding certain topics. Okay, so types of ice riding task 2 that you should know. There are actually five main types of ice riding task 2 essays, um, such as opinion essays, discussion, problem solution, advantages and disadvantages, as well as double questions essays. Okay, so these are the five common types, and something that you have to bear in mind is that these types, actually each of them has their own structure or template. Okay, so pay attention to each of the types here. So this is the requirement and timing for ice riding task 2. So in task 2, unlike in task 1, which is you just have to spend 20 minutes, in task 2, you are supposed to spend 40 minutes for this task. So it is really beneficial for you to have to manage the time properly or plan accordingly based on the time given. Um, and what you should do before you have to write is that you have to identify and read carefully the type of questions so you won't lose any kind of opportunity to answer it thoroughly or completely. Meaning, because there are sometimes in the opinion essay, kind of like the examiner asks you to discuss both views or both opinions. So if the question is about discuss both views, let's say advantages and disadvantages, you should explain both of them, not only one of them, right? So that's what does it mean by um, identify and carefully read the type of questions. And also, in order to help you to navigate the question easily, one of the ways that might helpful for you is knowing the structure of the question being asked, because each type of question has their own structure or template. Also, each type of the questions requires different answer or different template. Okay, so it is also important that you use appropriate tense to answer the questions. Okay, so this is the general structure of IELTS writing task 2, right? So introduction, yeah, just like IELTS writing task 1, it should have introduction part and also two body paragraphs. Two body paragraphs, main body, paragraph 1 and paragraph 2. So you should separate paragraph 1 with paragraph 2 and then conclusion. Unlike IELTS writing task 1, which is conclusion is optional, meaning, well, it depends on your decision. You can have the conclusion part or not. In IELTS writing task 2, you should have the conclusion. Okay, it's a must. It's an obligatory part as well to have the conclusion in IELTS writing task 2. But remember the general structure, the template for answering the questions. And if you follow directly, if you follow accordingly and appropriately these general structures, meaning starting from introduction to body paragraphs, main body paragraph 1 and 2, and as well as conclusion, then I believe you can have 250 words for your IELTS writing task 2. Okay. So this is the aside paragraph structure. Unlike this one, I kind of like just highlighted the general structure. This is in terms of the specific explanation. So in the introduction part, you should have topic statement. Yeah, meaning you're stating your ideas. Let's say the question is about opinion essay, whether you disagree or disagree, like or dislike, then you should provide or state your topic statement by generating ideas or sentences that really represent your idea, your stating point, your position, your point of view, your standpoint. Okay, because what, if you have the standpoint, then you come to the basic, right, the explanation. And when it comes to the explanation, I mean here in this part, if you already have the standpoint, then you kind of base your ideas here related to or based on the topic statement or the argument that you already built on in the previous idea in the introduction part. Okay. So this is the meat, meaning the content. Yeah. So in the meat part, you have to give the evidence. And what does it mean by the meat here in the paragraph structure? Giving evidence by providing examples or quotes. Yeah. You can take any quotes or examples that make your argument more credible. Let's say, for example, the argument is about advantages and disadvantages of online learning. You can give examples by quoting maybe a research which shows that while online learning actually has its own benefits or merits. Let's say, for example, students have the flexibility and they have to manage their time, and it trains them to make themselves disciplined with the time that given to them. Okay, so that's one of the example of giving evidence. And also this is the bond, meaning linking back to your topic. Why is it important to linking back to the topic? Because it shows that you have the cohesion and coherence, right? You, the logical order, the structure, you structure your ideas, your argument, your writing appropriately. So at some point, you have to link your ideas back to the topic and consolidating your argument. Also, you can add personal response and finishing with strength. Again, personal response should be finished with strength so that you show that you have the confidence, you have the strong argument or the strong opinion that you provided in your writing. Okay. Okay, let's take a look. Any questions so far? Because I don't want to talk a lot. Vincent, do you have any question? No
Far so
question.
good, sir.
Oh, so far so good. Okay, good job. So this is okay. Wait a second. Okay, so this is opinion and discussion plus opinion. This is one of the types. And in opinion essays in IELTS writing task 2, usually you will face this kind of questions. To what extent do you agree or, or disagree? Sorry. Do you agree or disagree? What is your opinion? Do you think blah blah blah? What do you think? In your opinion, what is blah blah blah? Okay. So if the questions, I want to highlight this part. If the question is about do you agree or disagree, then you can just take one stand. Meaning, if you agree, support your ideas with the agreement or supporting details, explanation, examples, quotes. Otherwise, or vice versa, if you disagree or don't agree with the statement or the question, support your disagreement, your standpoint with supporting explanation. Okay, and the structure of opinion essay. This is the structure that I took from Cambridge IELTS, in which most of Band 9 riders usually follow. So I think you should follow this as well. Paraphrase the question. Okay, paraphrasing is really important not only in writing but also in all skills, right? Like in reading, in listening, you also hear a lot of words which are paraphrased. So paraphrasing the question is really important. I don't want to talk to you anymore about this kind of activity, which is paraphrasing, because I think we already know about it. Thesis statement with two reasons for your opinion, right? Why there should be two reasons? My question. Let's say in a structure of opinion essay, why you should give two reasons for your opinion? Listen.
We should give two reasons so that we can write in two main paragraphs of the main ideas.
Good answer, right? Because you will have to have two main body paragraph, which is body paragraph 1 and body paragraph 2. So you have to have two reasons for your opinion. Okay, so in main body 1, body paragraph 1, you agree or disagree, and then support it with your topic sentence. Okay, and then give detailed explanation, supporting sentences, giving an example to support your opinion. And I think this structure of opinion essay is pretty much resemble IELTS speaking part 3, in which you can give a reason, explain in detail by supporting sentences, and giving an example to support your opinion. But in this part, it is written form, meaning it's not orally, right? But the structure is pretty much the same or similar with IELTS speaking part 3. Okay, and the main body, paragraph 2. Main body, paragraph 2. Okay. The British people say body, but Americans say body. Main body, paragraph 2. Okay. Second reason why you agree or disagree with the topic sentence, explain in details, and the conclusion. Again, I told you in IELTS writing you should have the conclusion part, and it is a must to have the conclusion, right? Unlike in IELTS writing task one, which is optional, but most of the time it is not suggested to have conclusion part in IELTS writing task one, unlike in IELTS writing task two. And what you should have in the conclusion part, everybody, again, summarize your main points briefly. Okay, so by stating the main ideas, the main points that you already stated or highlighted or written down in the previous main body paragraph 1 and 2, and then restate your opinion. But remember, restate your opinion in another words, meaning in this part, your ability to paraphrase the sentence is a must. Okay, let's take a look at the sample essay. Okay, space exploration is much too expensive, and the money should be spent on more important things. What is your opinion? Okay, now please just do it orally. What is your opinion on this? You can just pick it out or you can type it in the chat box. Space exploration is much too expensive and the money should be spent on more important things. What is your opinion? Do you agree or disagree? Okay, then I will give you the model answer, right? Okay, everybody please take a look at the model answer, read it, and then give your own argument about this question. Okay, there is an argument. This is, how do we call this part, everybody? How, or in another words, what is this part? What is it about this part? Hey, come on. I think I already explained it in the previous, the structure of
Introduction.
IELTS. Yeah,
Introduction.
introduction. Okay. What about this one?
First main body.
Yeah. Can you say that again?
The first main body paragraph.
The first main body paragraph. Okay, paragraph, not paragraph, not paragraph, right? The first main body paragraph. Okay, good answer. And the second one is, what is this?
Second body paragraph. Second body.
Second body paragraph. Okay, good answer. And this is the conclusion part. Okay, so now let's go ahead and skim the answer. Skim the answer, everybody. And then give me general explanation about the model answer. Okay, now my question. What are the main ideas that discussed by the writer here? The main ideas in body paragraph 1 and 2. Reason, Bima, Mira, what are the main ideas? Vincent?
First is that he agree in some extent. For the
Uh-huh.
first paragraphs is the idea is that most of the technologies today are based on the space research. Space research. results.
Mm-hmm. And what do you see or what do you read in the second paragraph, the body, second body paragraph?
That we 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 don't have the ability to predict the future,
Mm-hmm.
so it is suggested to do research about space.
Okay. So we don't have the ability to predict the future. So researching, yeah, by doing research on a space really helps us to understand about the life of or the travel of other planets in the future, right? Also, in the first body paragraph, the writer talk about tech satellite technology, which in which we are really so much depend on it for broadcasting and weather forecasting, right? So space exploration is much too expensive, but it is worth spending money on doing this for some of the things that highlighted by the writer here. Okay, okay. Do you think these ideas are organized structurally? Listen, can you take a look at the ideas? Supporting details, more explanation, examples. Do you think that the writer has all of those kind of stuffs here or not?
Yeah, I think yes.
Okay, the answer is yes, right? And this is the band 8. Okay, band 8, which is amazing, right? Band 8. Okay, so everybody, so let's take a look at this. Yeah, this is also about opinion issues. Some people say that music is a good way of bringing people of different culture and ages together. To what extent do you agree or disagree with this opinion? Okay, give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples, knowledge, and or experience. And you should write at least 250 words. Okay, so the question or the idea is some people say that music is a good way of bringing people of different culture and ages together. To what extent do you agree or disagree with this opinion? Okay, how would you um, answer this question? First of all, cluster the ideas. Okay, brainstorming. In IELTS writing task 2, you should do also one of the things which is one of the tips which is really important to do, which is brainstorming. Okay, clustering the ideas, meaning before you start to write your answer, brainstorm the ideas. Let's say, well, I'm going to write, this is my idea in a body paragraph 1. I will state or write down this idea, while in the second body paragraph, I will write this one. And in each of those um, body paragraph, you should also already provide the examples or supporting details or quotes or your personal opinion, right? Your personal experience. It's totally acceptable. You can have your personal opinion or experience in IELTS writing task too. Okay, so give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Meaning you can talk from your own knowledge or experience. It is quite subjective, but it is totally fine or totally okay. Okay, so let's see this discussion and opinion essay. Yeah. Um. Wait a second. Discuss both views. Discuss both views is a common type of IELTS essay. This is a common types of IELTS essay, right? So usually, um, wait a second. Sorry, I forgot it. I forgot to share um the full screen. Honestly, I'm a little bit under the weather. Okay, discuss both views is a common type of IELTS essay, yeah, in which the examiner will pay pretty much specific attention to paraphrasing, right? And then make your essay structure very clear by writing two body paragraphs. It's really a must, and it's important to have two body paragraphs so that you have your own way of explaining each of your idea. And this is the structure of discussion or opinion essay. The structure again, please remember the structure. Paraphrase the question, which is, well, I've talked about this so many times. State both views. Okay, state both views and give your view or opinion, your thesis statement. Outline what is going to be discussed in the essay. Outlining, because by outlining, it will give you the specific path, the specific um, opinion, the specific argument. So you kind of like make your idea in a specific way. So you just don't talk about things in general and then you don't support your ideas, but you talk about your ideas specifically by giving supporting details, explanation, supporting ideas, supporting sentences. You can either talk about your personal experience or knowledge. And main body paragraph one, introduce the view. Let's say you agree, what's the main idea? You disagree, what is your idea? And discuss, give detail, and give examples. Okay. Um, it's also okay for you to have main body paragraph two, but I don't suggest you, because if you have main body paragraph three as well, it will be worthy, meaning you will exceed the word count requirement. Maybe if you can also write body paragraph 3, then maybe you'll have more than 300,000, 300, um, no, 300 words, I mean. Okay, sample essay. Okay, so it is related to discussing both views, right? And give your own opinion. And again, 250 words. The free movement of goods, yeah, across goods means like the stuff, like everyday stuff like sugar, whatever, biscuit, whatever. National borders has long been a controversial issue. Some people argue that it is necessary for economic growth, while others claim that it damages local industries. Okay, again, and this is the model answer. the model answer. Again, please take a look at the model answer here, right? Again, introduction, thesis statement here, body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, and conclusion. And this is 267 words, IELTS Band 9. Take a look at it, everybody. Okay, if you have done so, then I think this is the time for you for practice. You can just write the introduction part, write about the following topic. Some people believe that it is best to accept a bad situation, such as an unsatisfactory job or shortage of money. Others argue that it is better to try and improve such situations. Discuss both views and give your own opinion. Okay, now everybody, please go ahead and first of all, try writing the introduction, meaning the thesis statement of this. Please remember, you should paraphrase the question. Okay, I would like to see the introduction part. Please go ahead and put it in the chat box. Okay, everybody, you did it. I haven't seen anything yet in the chat box. Okay. Can you just pick it up? Listen. Oh, wait. Okay. Thank you, Bima, for putting this up on the chat box. While it is though, what do you mean though? By though or tough? By some, that it is better to accept an uncomfortable situation like unsatisfactory job or shortage of money. Others believe that it is beneficial to work hard, not to hard work. Hard work is different with work hard. Work hard verb, hard work is a noun. To make this situation better. Okay, pay attention to singular and plural. These situations. In this, as I will discuss, okay, some that it is better to accept an uncomfortable situation like change like. Okay, you don't have to use like. Don't use like in academic writing, right? Because it's only applies. Um, you should use such as instead of like. Okay, because like is for speaking. Unsatisfactory job, others believe that it is beneficial to work hard, not hard work, to make this situation. What the hell, you have been signed out because your account is signed in from another device. What is this? Okay, Vima, I see. It is difficult for me for writing tasks. Could you give me suggest a great idea? Okay, first of all, Bima and others as well. Okay, I don't know. Wait a second. Can you hear me, everybody?
Yes.
Well, I got a notification from Zoom. I don't know. Okay, let's just forget it. Okay. My suggestion, Bima, first of all, you should know the structure of IELTS writing, right? Like introduction, body paragraph one, and also body paragraph two. Wait, what is this? Oh, okay. There was a problem with the Zoom. Okay. Um, okay, first of all, you should know the template of IS writing task 2. Introduction, body paragraph 1, paragraph 2, and conclusion. And in order for you to have a good and a strong opinion, Bima, first of all, choose an idea, um, because it is pretty much subjective, meaning everybody can have their own opinion or agreement to answer the question. But the problem is, well, it doesn't matter how small or big your opinion is, if as long as you support your opinion with the supporting details, with examples, with your own personal knowledge and experience, that's totally fine. So I suggest you to have such a strong opinion. Let's say in this case, some people believe that um, it is best to accept a bad situation such as unsatisfactory job or a shortage of money. Others argue that it is better to try um, and improve such situation. Okay. So in this kind of question, wait a second. In this kind of question, you can say something like, well, it is best to accept such unsatisfactory. Accepting unsatisfactory job or shortage of money, it's more of a strength. Meaning, whatever the bad situation is, you have the strength to accept the shortage of money and some unsatisfactory job, while at the same time you are trying to improve your quality in order for you to get a better one, meaning more satisfactory job, or to get rid of shortage of money. Okay, while others argue that it is better to try and improve such situation. Okay. Um, and this is the second opinion. Others argue that it is better to try and improve such situation. So go ahead and explain about this part, right? But I feel like this type of question is not specific such situation. This is pretty much general. So in your explanation, you can say something like, improving such situation can lead to better future, right? So by improving such situation, you will have a better future. Okay. um Bima, do you have any question? Do you have any question, Bima? Can you hear me, Vincent, Rizal?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. No question. No.
I have shared my sentences, sir.
Oh, okay, where is it? There has been a topic that people should face an undesired situation. Okay, good paraphrasing, right? An undesired situation. Wait a second. Wait a second. Oh, I don't know. Okay. Okay, everybody. Wait a second. I'm running out of battery. So, and I honestly, I'm not at home right now. Okay. Um, there has been a topic that people should face an undesired situation. Meanwhile, others believe that fixing the problem is the answer. In my opinion, this argument is debatable and interesting to discuss. I prefer matters of both views An agreement. Wow, this is good. I like it. Okay, good starting point. Good starting point, Vincent. Uh, okay. I'm feeling a little bit unwell today, but it's fine. Okay. Anybody else? I haven't seen yet the others. Okay. If you don't have more questions related to this, then let's just go ahead and do it. The next slide. Okay, problem solution cause effect essays, right? So in problem and solution as well as causes and solution essays, it is pretty much very similar to the subtle difference, but they only just have a small difference, right? So it's important to spend a couple of time analyzing the task question. I told you previously, analyzing and understanding, identifying the questions is really important for you to have the basic or the basis, the basic for your own argument in answering the questions. And this is the structure of problem solution essay, right? Pretty much the same like the previous one. You should have what is that? Introduction. Okay, so in the introduction part, paraphrase the question, outline what is going to be discussed in the essay, state the problem, explain what the problem is, and what is the result of the problem. Solution, okay? State the solution. Explain how the solution will solve the problem. Explain how the solution will solve the problem, and then giving example. And in the conclusion part, which is I don't want to talk too details about it. You already know about it. Okay, and this is the sample essay of problem solution. The internet has transformed the way information is shared and consumed, but it has also created problems that didn't exist before. What are the most serious problems associated with internet, and what solutions can you suggest? Okay, Bima, how would you go answering this writing question? Bima, can you hear me? Or Rizal, Mira, anybody else? What are the most serious problems? Okay, could you please mention the problems associated with the internet, and what solutions can you suggest? The problems, the problems related to internet or the use of internet.
Sir, I wanted to ask about the problem that we are talking about here. It is
Uh-huh.
about the internet, right? So what
Yes.
you mentioned here is we need to find out the disadvantage of having to know internet. Is it like that?
Okay. The problems associated with the use of internet. Okay, let's
Oh.
understand first the question. The internet has transformed the way information is shared and consumed, but it has also created problems that didn't exist before. Okay, so find serious problems associated with the use of internet in the modern days, just like
Oh.
our situation.
Oh, I
because
see.
the internet already transformed the way information is shared. So you can
Um,
talk about hoax, any
oh,
false
oh.
information. You can talk about what else?
How about cyberbullying, sir?
Cyberbullying. Okay, cyberbullying. But I suggest you don't have a lot of examples. You can, if the question asks you to have like, what are the most, meaning the most serious problems. There is an S here, meaning you should have more than one serious problem. So in this case, to narrow down your opinion or your argument, you should just have, my suggestion, you should just have two serious problems. Don't mention too many problems, because what? If you mention too many problems, that you won't focus on those kind of problems, because the problems that you have to state and or you have to write need solutions. So let's say in body paragraph 1 you mentioned one problem, let's say cyberbullying, and then you should also have the solutions as well as the way out to solve the problems, right? This is because the way Western people think, every time there is a problem, there should also be solution. Unlike we Indonesians, we just focus on the problems and we don't think too much about finding the best way out to figure out or to solve or to tackle the problems. Okay, you see what I mean? So in this problem solution essay, you can talk about the way internet has transformed or has changed the way information is shared to public and consumed. Okay, while at the same time, okay, and this is the positive aspect, at the same time, and in order for you to know, the negative one here is but but it has also created problems that didn't exist before, right? So what are the most serious problems? Just like we talked previously, cyberbullying. What else?
Sir, I want to ask you something, sir. When we actually use this problem solution method for our writing task two, which is this is our topic, and then we need to put a paragraph of you said that we need to choose two at least for the most serious problem, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so the first problem, which is we are going to talk about cyberbullying and then how to solve the problem, and then the second problem we need to talk about hoax, for example, and then the how to solve it as well, like that. Is it like
Yes.
that?
Okay.
um,
Listen up. Every problems that you stated should has the solution. Okay. So let's say you talk about two problems: cyberbullying, hoax, or fake images, etc. You should have the solution for those two serious problems. Otherwise, the examiner will grade you your writing half answer, meaning you just provide or you just write down the serious problem and you don't have the solutions, because the question is, and what solutions can you suggest? Meaning, if you write two kinds of serious problems, the most serious problems, then you also have solutions for both of those serious problems. Do you see what I mean?
yes, sir, I know now. Thank you.
Okay, good question. Anybody else? No question? Okay, let's move on. This is the model answer. Okay, the first one, the writer talk about the global scale means the national laws are no longer adequate. Okay, in this case, the writer talk about national laws are no longer adequate to control what happens online, right? Okay, take restriction on legal reporting. In some countries, the media is prohibited from revealing details of a defendant's past in case this prejudice a fair trial. However, such restrictions are no longer enforceable now that information may be freely published in other countries and accessed by all. Okay, the writer talks about the national law. Okay, there's there are no strong rules that can prohibit or restrict such things such as legal reporting in some countries. So maybe some of the medias can take your privacy, our own privacy, national laws, our own information, and then they can reveal it to another media. Okay, and the second one, the writer talk about anonymity. Yeah, anonymity. Internet users can easily conceal their identity. Okay, this is what I already explained about fake images, right? Anonymity, meaning they can use another people's picture, another people's photos, and they put it up on the internet. And in fact, many crimes such as identity theft and child abuse result from this kind of activity, right? So the problem of anonymity, okay? So the first one is about national laws. The second one is about anonymity, okay? Also, can you find the solution here? In which sentence the writer proposed the solution in terms of anonymity? Which one? I believe, yeah, I believe this idea should be explored further, though there are clearly concerns about the security of those who use the internet to protest against oppressive regime. Okay. So in every more serious problem that proposed by the writer in this case also has the solution. Um, and even though it's still okay, yeah, you can just have one solution. Just like this one. Can you take a look here? The only solution here, it seems, comma, is to adopt global standard. Since the internet traverses national borders, the flow of information can only be controlled if all nations agree on what can and cannot be said. And I personally agree with this statement. This is such a strong argument. Okay? So I told you before, um, let's say, the examiner is asking you about the most serious problem. Just propose two problems, right? If the examiner requires more than one and it is indicated from the letter S here, meaning you should have more than one problems. Just mention one problem with solution, and moving on to the body paragraph 2, one problem with solution, and then move on to the last part, which is the conclusion. Okay, so far, do you see what I mean, everybody? Okay, thank you. Yeah, lack of security for personal information, sir. Okay, lack of security for personal information. I mean that this internet era, many people can access other personal information using internet. Okay, good idea. Okay, now writing a problem solution essay. Okay, this is the time for you, the time for practice, everybody. So please go ahead and write about this one. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it, everybody. It's already 8:31. Time is up, but if you can just do it right now, or maybe, um, which one do you prefer? You can just take this and um, you can just practice writing at your home after this meeting, which is, I believe you can do it, and I will give you feedback. Okay, I don't want to go over the time limit, which is an hour, because I'm feeling, honestly, I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, and I'm also not at home right now. I'm outside of home, as you see the background here. This is in the business place. Okay, everybody, do you have any question before we start the class? Any suggestion, complaint? Please remember, we're gonna have simulation test tomorrow, and also when it comes to Sunday, there will be IELTS speaking simulation as well as scholarship mentoring. Okay, so in IELTS speaking, you will be with me, which is a lot of work needs to be done as well. Okay, but I believe you'll do it. So for those who ask for another schedule, I think I will have to talk to Studev about it, and I will let you know once Studev gave me confirmation about the schedule. Okay, but this is just to let you know that tomorrow you will have simulation tests, and this is important for you to follow because it will measure your ability. I believe that some of you already join IELTS course somewhere else, but every mentor has their own style, strategy of teaching, has their own ability, and I hope that you already attain or gain such knowledge and understanding by attending the 8 meetings, starting from speaking to writing tonight, which is the last one. And above all, to sum up, I would like to say, remember, there are a lot of questions that you might face in the real IELTS examination. Remember, whatever the questions are, you have to have the ability to paraphrase those questions to answer them in such a way that might enrich or develop your grammatical range. And this is really important for your grading. Also, it's also beneficial for you to write down new vocabulary every single day. Even I'm a lecturer, I also do the same thing every single day. I usually, every time I read articles or any new information, I used to write down any new vocabulary that I don't know the meaning of it. Also, remember to pay attention to timing, right? Because timing in IELTS is everything. Timing is everything. Meaning, if you run out of time and you haven't done anything yet, you will get loose of those requirements. Meaning, you will just have to submit the blank paper or maybe a half answer, which is unfortunately you will not pass the IELTS examination, right? Pay attention to the tips and the tip. the tricks, tips and tricks, as well as strategies that I already highlighted, and I think I have talked a lot about it. So there's no need to mention those kind of strategies and tips again. You just have to follow them and apply them. And please remember, beside me, there are a lot of sources of information available out there. Even you can some find informations which belong to native speaker of English. But please remember and bear in mind, um, there are a very big difference between British and American accent, but both of them are acceptable. So when it comes to speaking, in terms of speaking, it's totally fine for you to have the British or American accent. Okay, in writing, your ability to paraphrase, to state your thesis statement, also to give the body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, and the conclusion. While in IELTS writing task 1, it is related to factual information, so there's no need to interpret or to give you interpretation about the topic or the question. Just provide, just describe the general trend, the factual information, right? In speaking, part one, it is mostly about a daily conversation, the topic that you are really familiar with. Let's say you talk about yourself, and remember, I told you, just speak by using 2 to 3 sentences. Don't speak too short, don't speak too long. And in part two, know the tips how to begin. So take some notes if you wish, and then know that mostly in part 2 it is related to W plus 1H. 5W plus 1H, sorry, 5W plus 1H questions. What, when, where, and how. So why as well, meaning you have to give reason. And in part 3, usually it is related to academic conversation. So answering the question, restating the answer, providing examples, providing experience. If you feel like you are unable to talk about your own experience, you can talk about somebody else's experience. Okay? Giving examples, providing the details information really helps you to extend your ideas when it comes to IELTS speaking part 3. And remember, just like tonight's discussion, which is about IELTS writing task 2, it is pretty much resemble or similar with IELTS speaking part 3. Any question, everybody? This kind of sum up the whole skills that I already taught you. And I really hope that you can gain something different from me as your tutor. Okay? Any question, suggestion, complaint? Any question, everybody?
No, sir.
Vincent?
Thank you. No, there is no question for me from me.
Oh, okay, good. Vincent, Siti, Rizal.
No, Pak. I think that's enough, Pak.
Okay, so everybody, thank you. Yeah, I was so happy to meet you. And just in case you need my help, I'm open to free feedback. Okay, so just reach out to me. I'm open to, let's say, if you'd like to apply for scholarship and you need my feedback in terms of I will give it for free. Okay. I'm also teaching complex English grammar syntax at university. So, well, in terms of maybe grammar, the structure, that's my cup of tea. Okay. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining this meeting. It's a pleasure for me to have you all during this time. And again, I am open for the future activities. Maybe if you need help in terms of IELTS or anything related to your essay, just reach out to me and I will be happy to help you as long as I can, right? If I can, then I will say, oh, I cannot help you right now. Okay. Thank you so much, everybody. And bye bye. Bye for now.
Thank you, Pak.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
so
Thank
much.
much,
you.
sir, for the knowledge of
Thank
your
you so much. Thank you.